Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video will be on this beautiful gown that you can see is an A-line with a small side pocket and then gather. If this is the first time of stopping by, do well to hit on the subscribe button, join the family, and to my old subscribers I say thank you very much for all your support. So let's get into the video. So at the start of this tutorial, I didn't know which Ankara to use. Do you think I made the right choice on the one I chose? This other one has small whites on it. That's the reason why I didn't really choose it, and I think this one is more preferable. The green one is more colorful, so that's what I used. And what you'll be needing for this tutorial is your fabrics, your white fabric, your scissors, your tape, your chalk. That's what you'll be using. So for this tutorial, for this A-line gown, I use satin fabric. So this is a bridal satin. So this is what I use, but you can use Mikado if that's what you have, or you can use crepe. Just make use of what you have or what you think it is going to work for you. But for me, I use a bridal satin for mine. So I'm going to go ahead and fold this fabric. You can see the way I folded it. Make sure that whatever you fold is enough for your bust measurement divided by 4, your stitching allowance plus about 3 to 4 inches. And this excess at this end is for our zipper allowance. So what I'm doing is just to pin it down, because I like pinning my fabric down so that it doesn't keep moving when I am marking on it. So once I am done pinning this down, I'll go ahead and mark a straight line to serve as our starting point. If you are an old viewer or an old subscriber, you must have been familiar with this. So remember, our measurement is going to be starting from that first folding, which is our center front. I'll go ahead and mark my neckline. For the front neckline, I am marking 3 inches by 3 inches, and this depends on how small or wide you want your neckline to be. I'm sorry but my chalk is not really showing, but please pay attention to what I am saying. You understand it very well. You know I don't skip anything on this channel. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is to mark my back measurement, my back neckline, which is 1 inch, and then I connected it to the neck width. Then I'll go ahead and mark half of my shoulder measurement, which is 6.5 inches. That's with my stitching allowance. And then for my bust point, I marked at 8 inches. The reason for marking at this 8 inches is because I don't want the armhole to be fitted. That's why I extended my armhole measurement. But if you want yours to be fitted, please do go ahead and mark your exact bust measurement. So I went ahead to connect all these lines, the one at the bust, the armhole, straight. Then for my shoulder slope, I'm going down by 0.5 inches. Then I'll connect it to my starting point. If you don't understand anything at any point, please do wait to leave your question in the comment section, and I will answer you as soon as I can, and you know I do on this channel. So the next thing I did is to mark my bust point, my bust measurement divided by 4 plus 1 inch stitching allowance plus 1 inch for ease, and then I'll go ahead and connect my armhole. Remember, our measurement is starting from the first fold, which is our center front. The excess there is for our zipper allowance. I am mentioning this again so that you guys will not you will understand. So once I am done with that, I'm going to go ahead and mark the length of this gown. So this gown is the length of the gown. I'm going to be deducting about 5 inches from the length of the gown. So the length of the gown is about 30 inches. I deducted 5 from it. I made the point there. Then I'm adding 1 inch stitching allowance to this, making it 26 inches. Remember, we took out 5 inches that will be attaching with the Ankara fabric. We will be replacing with the Ankara fabric. So I'll measure what I have at my bust, and then I'll transfer the same measurement to the hem area. I'm sorry that you can't really see it. Once I am done, I'm going to go ahead and add extra 3 to 4 inches allowance. Then I'll connect from the bust to that area. And this 3.2 to 4 inches, depending on how wide you want your A-line to be. But for me, I don't want it to be too wide because this fabric won't be standing on its own. But if you are using something like a Mikado fabric, you can extend the wideness of this A-line. Whoa, if you haven't subscribed up to this moment, please do well to hit on the subscribe button, join the family, and don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you find value in this video. Wash my ads, please. Thank you very much for all your support so far. I really appreciate it. So we're going to go ahead and cut out the pocket for this gown, and for this pocket we're going to be cutting it in a circle form. So I folded my fabric just like you see in 4 places. I'll pin it down. So for the length of this circle that we are making, I am using 3.5 inches. You can increase yours if you're making for a bigger child, or you can decrease yours if you're making, or let's say how big or small you want your pocket to be. So I'll go ahead and connect these points, and then I'll cut it out. So this is what we have after I am done cutting it out. I'm going to use it to cut out on my white fabric. So this is it after I was done cutting it out. I'm going to go ahead and stitch it by 1/2 inch all around, leaving about 1.5 inches to 2 inches to turn it to the right side. So for the facing of this gown, you can either do your regular facing just this way and then stitch it all around, then go ahead and pipe your armhole, and also do the same thing for the other back. But I am doing a different facing on this channel, on this gown today. So for this facing, you can see that I have a bigger facing. I'm going to show you guys how it's going to be. So the facing is going to be extending towards the armhole, covering the neckline and going down towards the waistline. You can see where my stopped. You can do as lower as go as lower as this, or you can even do a full lining to your fabric. But for me, I'm just doing half. Then by the time I am done, I'll fold it by 1/2 inch just like I showed you guys, and then add my hemming gun. So this is for the front as well. You can see it's the same. I'm going to also open it up, and then I'm going to place this lining on my front body, on the front side of my body, and then I'll go ahead and stitch my neckline just like I did for the back bodies. So this is our circle after we are done, or let's say our pocket, and we're just making notches around it. Once I am done, I'll go ahead and turn it to the right side. After turning it to the right side, I'll go ahead and then stitch this opening and then iron it. So once I am done with my neckline, I'll go ahead and make notches around this neckline. Then onto our pocket, you can see what we have. I'll go ahead and then fold it this way and iron this down. I'm just trying to get the perfect side to do this. So this is what we have after ironing. You can see is ready to be used. And then onto our bodies, I'm also done with the notching. At this point, if you have light, go ahead and iron yours, but if you don't, please go ahead and continue with your tutorial, with your sewing. So I'll go ahead and turn this right side facing each other. Then I'll pick up one arm, one shoulder. I'll open up my neckline. You can see I'll make sure I match the two necklines together. Make sure your neckline, your seam line are matching. Once you get that point, you are going to go ahead and pin that place down first to keep it in place. And then you're going to go ahead and pin other side. And then pin your lining, your lining as well. And then you're going to go ahead and stitch by 1/2 inch. We repeat the same process for the other side. So this is what we have after we are done. I'm going to go ahead and cut out the excesses on the seam area so that it's not too bulky. And then I'll turn it to the right side. You can see what we have on both sides, both the lining and the main fabric. So after we are done, I'm going to go ahead and open my gown as well. And then I'm going to go ahead and stitch my armhole. So we opened it at the wrong side, and then we're going to go ahead and stitch on the armhole. Once I'm done with this, I'll make notches around the armhole and then turn it to the right side. I don't know why my voice is breaking. So this is what we have after we are done turning it. You can see how neat and beautiful it is. So we're going to go ahead and attach our pocket at this point. And for this pocket, while attaching it, I didn't measure where I wanted to attach it, but I think it's about 6 inches, 6 to 7 inches above where you're going to attach your gathers. That's from that gather line, you're going to go up by about 6 to 7 inches, or let's say you can do what works for you. So I'll go ahead and stitch it down just like you guys see me show you guys, and then I'll bring in my back bodice front facing front, remember, and then we are going to go ahead and stitch on this seam line. While stitching on the seam line, please, this half lining, make sure you fold it in by 1/2 inch. I'm going to show you guys at the end of the video what I meant by folding it at 1/2 inch. I forgot to mention it or show you guys as I was at this point. So this is the fabric I'll be using for my gathers. I'm gone ahead to cut it out. You can double or triple your measurement depending on how full you want the gather to be. So I'll go ahead and hem this and then run a stitch to gather it at the upper side. So this is it after I was done gathering it. You can see how it's looking, and also hem this as well. And then for my bodice, I'm done stitching the pocket and also stitch on the seam line. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is to open it up at the front part, and then I'll bring in my lining, and I'll be doing front facing front as well. I'll stitch it down from one end to the other. Remember, while gathering, don't gather your zipper allowance. You don't want your zipper allowance to be too bulky. So this is it after we are done with the gather area. We are going to go ahead at this point to close up the zipper allowance, and then we're going to attach our zipper. So turning to the wrong side so that I'll show you guys what I meant by folding in by 1/2 inch while stitching your zipper and also while stitching your hem area. You can see it, so that by the time you are done, you can just add your hemming gum and iron this down and lace flat. So that's what I was saying earlier. And that's all for this tie. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give me a thumbs up if you do. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed up to this moment. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Have I said that? Wash my ass, please. Thank you very much for all your support, and share my videos to family and friends, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching.